Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. What's good with it? It's the homie Mack, music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one, peace and love. Reporting live from the Dogon. Yeah, so this is a random Mac Minutes. I actually was about to go to sleep, but this thing that I'm about to address has been I guess just heavy on my heart. I've been musing over it a lot, not because I choose to, but because it's perpetually thrown in my face. This session of Mac Minutes, thumbs up, give me the likes, thumbs up, give me the likes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. The theme of this Mac Minutes is, if your life sucks, blame a black man. I don't know if it's because of what Dr. Umar has been saying. I don't know if it's because of just this neo-feminist paradigm that's becoming ever ubiquitous. I don't know what the hell is going on. I've been, as one of my, shout out to Dr. Woods at Tougaloo College, he would always say, I've been black 3 times. I've been a black baby, I've been a black boy, and I'm a black man. And I'm gonna use that. I've been a black baby, I've been a black boy, now I'm a black man. And throughout those phases, black man being the most tertiary part of development, human development, I've never witnessed, through all my phases, I've never witnessed this much disdain and contempt for black men. Let me say this. This is not to say that the criticisms towards black men don't have merit. This is not to say that black men are above reproach. This is not to say that black men are innocent in context of the chaos that exists within the black community. I'm not absolving black men, but as sure as the blood in my body is red, there is no way in hell I'm gonna let people sit back and blame everything that black people have been through on black men, more specifically on heterosexual black men. I ain't going for it. I want to say the way capitalism, when you look at just the economic and the political, the socio-political and economic infrastructure of America, capitalism is on the forefront. I think it was one of the Rothschilds or Carnegie's, he said, if you give me control of a nation's money, I care not who makes the laws. That's to say that government is a shadow cast by big business. I think Noam Chomsky said that. Essentially, everything is economic. In order for capitalism to work, there has to be a downtrodden, there has to be a criminalized, impoverished group of people. They're saying right now, by definition, 90% of black people are unemployed. What does that mean? Basically, there are people who, when I say unemployed, it also consists of people who are living off of government aid and assistance, or people that they may make money under the table. And let me say this, maybe my issue is I look at black men and black women as a wholesale reality. Not to say that there aren't different dynamics that affect us differently as black men and black women, but I don't look at it like if black women are doing well, they're all doing well. And I don't look at it like if black men are doing bad, let me scratch that, reverse that. What I'm saying is, I don't think our experiences are not intertwined. I don't think we live in these separate realities. By proxy, what affects black men affects black women, and conversely, what affects black women impacts black men. But yeah, my whole thing is, I think one of the most revolutionary things a black man can do is start a family. More specifically, one of the most revolutionary things a black man can do is start a family with a black woman, and have black children, monogamously. That's just me. But I know other people believe in polygyny, polygamy, all this other stuff. It's whatever. But let me get back on track. I know I kind of rambled a little bit. my thing is, I spoke earlier how there has to be a criminalized and impoverished group of people. There has been a war on black men since before we got to this continent, from Reconstruction, from Reconstruction, Freedmen's Bureau, civil rights, the MAFA, MAAFA, the MAFA. Go Google that. Still exists. And I don't deny the fact that we live in a patriarchal society, which to me, by definition, would mean men who are in power, which is white male hegemony that exists, they want to get rid of any other males that could potentially be in power, specifically black males. There's been policy created to economically box us out. There's been policy created to take us out of our households. There needs to be the racial wealth. The racial wealth gap is real. I think that the economists are saying by 2050, black men will have not just black men, black people will have a net worth of nil. They will, not net worth, but their wealth. Their wealth will be nil. I remember seeing something somewhere that said the average black household in Los Angeles is worth $200 liquid. Liquid is just assets. What do you have? What do you have of value? What do you have that increases in value? Not because you can have a Benz and still be broke. You can have a nice house and still be broke. But what I'm saying is there has been a concentrated effort to keep black men down. Not even just black men, black women down too. But I know people are tired of hearing that, but we can't ignore that exists. It's kind of like the children of Israel. When Moses took them out of Egypt, that journey was supposed to be, 8 days? And it being like an exorbitant amount of years. And I'm saying that to say there are a lot of things that have generationally been passed down from black men. A lot of trauma, epigenetically, a lot of frustration, a lot of backwards ass thinking. That's not going to be unlearned in 1, 2, maybe even 3 generations. My thing is this: hold us to the fire as black men, hold us accountable. I don't run from accountability. I'm just saying that there needs to be a healing, even amongst the black male spaces and how we interact with each other. I think, it's getting out of hand when I'm hearing black women say, I can't remember her name, but she said something like, if you find out that it's a boy, like black boys need to be aborted, essentially. when the sex is determined, black boys need to be aborted. That is bullshit. That's bullshit. I think that type of language, I think, is very dangerous. That type of language is very pernicious. That type of language is very divisive. I'm at a space right now in my life where I feel like if you as a black woman want to date out, as they say, or cancel black men, or divest from black men, please do it. Please do it. Do it and shut up. Do it and shut up. Get you Tom Cruise, get you whoever, and but at some point you're gonna look in the mirror and probably realize, you know what? I'm the damn problem. I didn't take accountability for nothing. But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not here to bash black women. I don't think I bash black women. I'm not making a wholesale indictment on black women. I'm saying those black women who are very forthright about divesting, go ahead and do it. Do it in silence. Because it's just, I don't hear any other race of people saying that. And it's funny because I have white male friends that'll tell me, they're like, Maurice, they think we about to be out here paying all their bills and doing stuff for them and actually marry them? I mean, we'll sleep with them. But that's been going on since forever. But as far as like bringing you into my family and building with you, no, I'm not doing that. We're not about to be the scapegoat because y'all not giving them the stuff that we don't even want to give them. Now that's some white men. I know some white men that think like that. Personally too, not no made up stuff with people I don't know or I know through other people. No, people I know personally. My whole thing is just at this point, the black men and black women that want to think family, that want to think holistically, that want to have a set of morals, a standard, and want to have family, we need to get together and build. Point blank period. I think us as black men, we need to develop a code of ethics amongst each other. Something that holds us accountable, something that could be pervasive, like just a code, knowing how to move, economically, knowing how to deal with our women, building a family, building community. I think, who was it, Dr. Claude Anderson, he said we don't have black communities, we just have black neighborhoods. You know, when you're talking about community, it's economics, it's politics, it's deeper than just where you reside. And it took me some time to put the hood in perspective. I mean, but the hood is nothing but a Skinner box. What is a Skinner box? There was a Harvard graduate student, I think his name was B.F. Skinner. Let me check my notes. No, my fault. What was his name? Oh, it's right, B.F. Skinner. Who pretty much, through classical conditioning, through terms in the psychology world known as operant conditioning and classical conditioning, he pretty much, he started doing his experiment on rats, and pretty much the point was to be able to manipulate and control their behavior by altering their environment and creating a system of rewards and punishment. That's the hood. One of the books I read, and Huey Newton opened my eyes to this in his book, Revolutionary Suicide. He helped me understand, like, look, the hood is essentially colonized land. Black people don't own anything. Black people don't really have any economic power. Yeah, you got Jay-Z, you got some wealthy black people, but that is not normative. There is no system of economics that exists within us to the point where we could buy a politician. Because people think voting is just limited to just going to the voting booth. No. I don't care who you are, politicians are bought. What did I say? Government is a shadow cast by big business. These politicians are bought. You can have as much justice and freedom as you can afford. Sorry, that's just the reality of it. But no, like this, I have enough love for black men to want us to do better. I have enough love for black men to encourage black men. I have enough love for black men to hold them accountable. When you don't take accountability, you lose your power to change your situation. You know, I just think, I think about the Tuskegee machine, I think about the Garvey movement. Black people, we black men, we have more at our disposal than Garvey did. As of 2023, we have more at our disposal than Garvey did, than the Tuskegee machine did. We're only going to do this through love for one another. Us as black men loving one another, loving our women, loving our children, and trying to creating an economic infrastructure. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to contract to make 10 Black Wall Streets, more Black Wall Streets. But that's the thing that's so tough. It's like there's always been a concentrated effort to keep black people divided amongst one another. Black separation, black destruction it's an industry unto itself. From Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Huey Newton, the list goes on. There's so many black men who have tried to create an infrastructure, a power base, and this country has made a concentrated effort to dismantle everything that black men have tried to create. And it's hard. It's like we see what the problem is. We're trying to rectify it, but there's always some type of intervention that's contrived to keep us divided and separated. And that's why, who was it? Dr. Amos Wilson said, if you see any problem that persists in this country, don't look at the victim, look who profits from the problem. A lot of people outside of our community profit from our destruction and our separation. And my thing is, I'm not saying anything new. Black men have said this before I even came to this earth. I guess my thing is, us as black men, why don't we love one another enough to actually build? I know the answer to that question. But at this point, It's definitely going to take an act of God. And it's definitely going to have to take like-minded black men and black women building. It's this whole division I've seen amongst black men and black women. Like, I definitely think it's a psyop. I think it's contrived. I think that it's calculated. I don't think that it's just happenstance. One of the things that I learned from Baba Steve Coakley, R.I.P. Steve Coakley, he always said that any face you see in the media, any corporation you see, find the names, personalize it, compartmentalize it. Okay, who funds Dr. Such and Such? Who funds such and such corporation? Whoever funds you controls and influences your narrative. I don't care what nobody says. There's a psyop. There's a lot of psyops. All these podcasts, all these talking heads that have these huge followings. Where are they getting their money from? Apparently these people have a lot of influence and a far reach, but it's like, to what end? What's the end game? You know, and I think we need to start looking at these people who are disseminating certain messages. What community are you from? Are you from our community? Are you part of our, are you part of our culture? What's your end game? Who's funding you? You know? I just think, you know, black excellence, we use all these terms, black excellence, relationship goals, all that, and it just feels like it's an aesthetic. We need to actually put this into motion, put this in practice. Black men, to me, this is a call to arms. Basically is why I'm making this. You know, from ancient history, from Sankore to Timbuktu to Kemet, to Western African empires, black men have built empires and sustained them. It's in our DNA to do it. Once what was will be. I have faith in black men. I love black men. I just think we need to focus on being more emotionally intelligent